Well, hello, and welcome to your full moon reading. It is a wonderful season for us Virgos, but we entered Leo season, and so this is just a period of transition. We may feel like we're like in limbo, or things may feel stagnant at this time just because we're through the transition process right now, and that time period can really feel a little empty at times, to say the least. But we are moving forward with this new period, this new chapter in our lives where things are really starting to open up and reveal the abundance and the manifestations that you've been working towards. Like, it seems like it's taken a very long time for a lot of these things to flourish or to ignite and kickstart, but through all of this, we've learned a lot about ourselves, the things that we want to experience, the things that we want to bring into our lives, and the things that we may have been wrong about wanting to experience. So the first card that we pulled here was the Six of Swords. So really getting into our reflection period, or maybe not even a period, just a reflection time to look back on, situations and things that we've overcome, the way things have played out in situations, and just trying to see, bridge this gap of the where and the how. Like, how do these things come together? What has made me into this person, this spiritual, flourishing manifestation goddess that I am today? So going through that reflection period is very burdensome and heartbreaking at sometimes. However, it is very necessary because it allows us to really see with more clarity about, the things that we want in our lives and the things that we don't really want in our lives, the things that we thought we did, and the things that are actually going to flourish and bring real nourishment into our lives. So this next part, the Ace of Cups here, this is really about getting into your zone, having a fresh new beginning. I know that the full moon is more about accepting the abundance, and in a lot of ways you're accepting this transition into really working towards your goals and accomplishing your goals. But this is really necessary. This is a very brand new beginning. This is where things really start to kick off and really flourish. So just protect your energy. Don't focus on all of the outside noise. Just focus on working on yourself, working on your creations, working on your goals, and just growing and flourishing, because you have this huge cup that's just pouring with water, and it's going to grow and nourish so much in your life. So accept all this positivity, accept this new chapter, and know that you do have to step out of your comfort zone in order to reach this new chapter. So do the thing that you've been waiting on, the thing you've been sitting on, and just go forward, take a leap of faith, and just take action. Do the thing that you know that you've been needing to do, and just, put yourself out there. Just try something new, see how it works out, see if it plays out, and there's not going to be much lost here if you just try. I'm just saying, just do that thing. That's all you gotta do. But if you wanted some more clarity, we got this Queen of Pentacles here. So if this doesn't scream abundance, I don't know what else will. You have done the inner work, you've done the shadow work, you've done the manifestations, you've focused on healing, and you focused on growth in yourself, and you've prioritized yourself. This is where we're leaning towards realizing what we truly want and desire and bringing this picture to reality. So we had to go through all this process, the situationships, trying to figure out what we didn't want. So now that we can actually see with better clarity, we can realize what we really want and have much more gratitude for it. So it is a tricky and messy process, it seems like, but this process is very important because there's so many attachments to ideal situations or idealism in general in society. So it's really important to reveal what you truly want, reveal what's honestly for your best interest, and that will push you into this tight corner sometimes. So the only option you really have is to burst and blossom into what you're meant to be. So, you know, those situations are not ideal, but it is going to still activate this within you. So just take that with a positive view, even if you've been pushed into situations or you've been pushed into corners. Like, know that this is actually getting you out of your comfort zone, because you were so attached to your comfort zone it was really impossible to get past this. Because, like, think about it this way: when we get stuck in a job and we're just constantly wishing we were somewhere else doing something else, but we never actually take the time, or we feel too tired by the end of the day to actually put in those applications or update our resume or whatever, and we just get tired and it just becomes this burdensome cycle. And so the only real thing that will actually ignite you to like looking for a better job is like some instability at work or something triggering that happens at work, and then you're like, yeah, no, I'm gonna find another job. Or, worst case scenario, you lose your job or something happens and you just can't work there anymore. So it's kind of like you have to think about it from a realistic approach at the same time, although it's not that realistic. You can still manifest past realism, but thinking from a 3D perspective as well as a 5D perspective, you have to understand, like, you can think that you want certain things, but when you actually receive them, there's a different reality that's embellished with all of it. And in order to really understand that, or save some time trying to understand that, you have to just go through these situations and learn that there's less glamour in the ideal version of whatever you saw. So, yeah, it will give you a sense of reality check, but not so much where it's going to crush your dreams and your hopes, but it's just going to allow you to see, oh, well, this is actually not exactly what I thought it was panned out to be. And now that I see that, you know what? I had this other goal in mind. So, I'm just saying, save yourself some time and energy and just trust the process, because there's some things that are essentially subconscious to us that the universe knows better. And I know that that's frustrating. It's like, well, how in the world would the universe know better than what I know, because I am me and the universe is the universe. Trust me, everything is connected for a reason, but this will allow you to really move forward and save a lot of time and energy by focusing on what is best and what is going to actually nourish your life and bring you more fulfillment and satisfaction. So just know that you can still manifest those other things, but going through this learning process, the real shadow work is what's going to show you the truth and reality of what you're trying to manifest, so you're not manifesting the wrong things, or you're not manifesting the ideals of certain things, and so that you're getting what you're actually wanting, because we don't have control or manipulative power over the universe and other people. So it's essentially, if we're trying to manifest some specific person or specific job, like, those things can come with a lot of karmic backlash, because there's this emotion or this sense of security that we're actually truly attached to, and that's why we're trying to manifest something so specific so constantly. And so when we start to realize that we're just actually attached to the emotion or the feeling of security, then rather than the job itself or the person themselves, because yeah, when we're actually with that person, they're not all that interesting. I'm just kidding, that was a little mean, but no, you know exactly what I'm talking about. I'm just saying, sometimes we think we're getting something that we want and that's good for us. I'm going to say it again, but they're not what they are really showing themselves as. So, whether that be people, places, and things, it goes along with all sorts of things. So, yeah, it seems like this this may seem like a stagnant period, this transition period, because we're going through all of these uh, clearing processes where a lot of like doors are being opened again, or new ones are being opened. Not necessarily new ones, but doors that were trying to stay closed till the right time. So allow yourself to think through this period, because this is, again, it's a reflection period. Look through your past and everything you've overcome, and just give yourself credit for all of the things. Whether I would honestly recommend writing it down, journaling it, all of the things that you've overcome, validate that, and make sure that you're understanding that you actually did put in a lot of work, and there's a reason why things go the way that they do. So, super duper important to understand. Magic Hotline. You know what? I'm gonna shuffle this because this is the card we got last time. I didn't actually shuffle these. I just realized that. Well, since it fell on the floor. Okay. Yes. Rest period. Deep, delicious rest. You are not a robot, honey. You're human, not machine. Your worth cannot be measured by your efficiency or your productivity. Whew. I like that this card is pink. Just saying. Your moral purity has nothing to do with hard work. If anything, you have a moral obligation to train yourself out of these harmful capitalistic ideas and learn the art of deep, delicious rest. So, we don't have to be working 24/7. We don't have to be like grinding. And you really want to step out of that attitude and attachment style to work and life and people, because, those things, they're built on a static, chaotic emotion. And that's where a lot of anxiety truly stimulates, is from these ideas and ideals. So don't allow yourself to just be engulfed back into the matrix where you're wanting to have this attachment to a 9 to 5, because I know that I'm very guilty of this too. Because nobody wants to be broke. Everyone wants to get paid. Sometimes it's hard making money and trying new ventures, especially when you have nothing. You really have nothing to invest. But there's ways, there's possibilities just with like a simple cell phone. So like you have to retrain your mind to not think that you need physical products or physical services or anything like that to actually bring a value into other people's lives. So you just want to focus on that value and realize that the value itself doesn't have so much to do with the labor. Especially nowadays, things are so different with technology. Like, it has nothing to do so much with the labor itself rather than the value you put around a product or service. So I'm just saying that don't worry so much about being on a 9 to 5 grind or working 24/7 or working hard and just work, because those things are old systems, old paradigms, And you don't have to grind, you don't have to exhaust yourself and let yourself run on empty in order to fulfill yourself. So go through this learning process too. Give yourself this time to rest, because this transition period is a period of time to literally rest and think and chill and understand why things are the way they are. I love you guys. I hope you enjoyed your full moon reading. I know there's a lot of ranting and rambling, but I just wanted this message to get through you, because I know that it's been a hard one to process, but everything is actually going to be okay. I know, it's crazy.